Hope you're all keeping well. So today is day 4 of my 7-day challenge, and today's topic is the common mistakes that I see business owners make when it comes to securing their business. I'm so motivated to talk about this common mistakes because when I do security reviews of businesses and their setup, I generally see the same recurring things pop up. So the number one item that I see businesses make, or the mistake that I see businesses make, is not securing their online accounts. So what do I mean by not securing their online accounts? What I mean is that they are reusing their passwords on their social media accounts, their email accounts. They're not setting up multi-factor authentication on their online accounts. And nearly every single business owner that I have helped in the last 12 months that has lost Instagram accounts, Facebook accounts, LinkedIn accounts, they haven't had multi-factor authentication set up on those online accounts. So that's the number one common mistake that I see business owners make. The number two mistake is not having multi-factor authentication on your email mailbox. So if you've got Office 365 or Gmail or any other online mailbox, you should have multi-factor authentication. So if you haven't heard me speak about multi-factor authentication, just as a reminder, it's 2 ways of authorizing that it's you that's logging into your account. So the number one way that we all use is our passwords, and then we need a second method. So whether that's an SMS or a text message, an email, or if that's an authentication code from an authenticator app. If you are setting up multi-factor authentication, I strongly recommend that you use an authenticator app and not an SMS or email, as they both are hackable. The number 3 common mistake that I see business owners make is not securing their website. So not updating their plugins if they use WordPress, not securing the login details for their website, not checking what admins have they set up that has access to their website. Also with your website, your domain name and your domain registration and your hosting. The number of business owners that I see haven't configured their domain name securely so that it can't be stolen is crazy. You should have it configured so that your domain name cannot be transferred without your authorization. We all know how important your domain is, especially in business. If you're building a brand, especially a personal brand, the last thing you want to do is lose your email domain or your website domain. The number 4 most common mistake that I see business owners make is sharing passwords with their team. This is huge and it still alarms me every time I come across it, and I come across it pretty frequently when I do security reviews for small businesses in a small team. And sometimes it's difficult. You might have a number of people sharing different roles. For instance, maybe you have 2 or 3 people that post regularly on your social media accounts for you. Not a problem, Russell, all good. I'm happy to have you here, and hopefully this advice is helping. But you may have multiple team members and you are sharing the one password. So for instance, on your Instagram, if you need more than one person to log in here on your Instagram, you shouldn't be sharing that password. You should have a password manager where you can securely share the passwords without your staff knowing, or without your virtual assistants knowing what the password is. The number 5 common mistake that I see is having way too many online applications. So not knowing fully where their data is, what applications they've signed up to, what information is out there on the web. Do they allow their team members to just sign up for online applications? So when I do security reviews for some businesses and we start looking at all the online accounts and applications in their business, it sometimes can be pretty alarming, the amount of different applications that business owners sign up to that they maybe don't need. So that's another really common mistake. Another really common mistake, and this would be number 6, is not having policies in place for their team members. So an acceptable computer policy use or an acceptable password policy use. So for instance, if you have team members and you have provided them with devices, whether it's a laptop, a computer, or a mobile phone, It's been a long day over here, so I'm a bit tired. But if they have, a device that you have supplied, do you have policies in place on how they are allowed to use that device? So for example, if they take that device home, is their family or their kids or their friends allowed to use that device? Same with password policies. When they're setting up online accounts and using accounts for your business, have you set rules of standards of what the type of passwords is that they should use? It's one of the most common things when I go into businesses to do a review. There's very little policies in place that sets standards for the staff so they know exactly what's acceptable or not. With policies as well, if you're a business that your staff uses loads of different online applications, for example, digital marketing companies are one that I can think of, graphic design companies are another, you should have a list of allowed applications that they're allowed to use, and they should be vetted to make sure that they're secure. The last thing you want is one of your team members or one of your staff downloading an application that then leaves your business vulnerable or unsecure. It's something that I see actually quite common, especially in small businesses. Number 7 is not training yourself or your team. Yes, you need to train yourself on how to be more secure. So you should attend a training session to educate you on how to identify phishing emails, how to set up security on your online accounts, and how to think and act more securely in your business, but also in your life. One thing that I've seen some business owners unfortunately make the really, it's a big mistake to be honest, is having staff members have access to their email box, and that email box is then connected to their bank accounts. So staff members could easily reset passwords for your bank accounts. So think about it, if you have a virtual assistant or an admin team and you get them to manage your mailbox, do they also, by managing your mailbox, have you given them access then inadvertently to your bank accounts as they have the ability to reset passwords and things like that? It's another big mistake. So training and awareness is super, super important. So number 8 is my final common mistake, and there's loads of different common mistakes that I could list, but my final common mistake that I'm going to share with you today is having the mindset that it will never happen to me. I think I've spoke about this quite a lot here on Instagram and on my different channels. It's one of the biggest mistakes that I am seeing so many small business owners make. I actually just had the conversation with somebody today about a business who I've recently helped, who has lost both. They have 2 businesses. They've lost both businesses' Facebook account and they've lost their Instagram account. And the lady that I was chatting to today was like, could that happen to me? Could I lose my accounts? And when we unpacked it, her online accounts were not secure. So, definitely need to rechange your thinking. The digital landscape is growing day by day. Your digital footprint is increasing day by day, and it's going to continue. The online world is growing more and more. And just think about all the online technology, all the online systems that you use in your business. You might be thinking that you're too small to get hacked. And let me tell you, doesn't matter what size of business you are, you can still fall victim. And when you do, it is super, super, super stressful. So these are just some of the common mistakes that I see business owners make. There's loads more. We would be here for much more than just a short live if I was to go through them all. But I think the mindset is one, but also we don't know what we don't know. So in your business, you may have a glaring gap and you just don't know that it's there because you don't have the skills or the, I suppose, knowledge and awareness of some of the vulnerabilities and risks that your business might face. So I have many different options available to work with me at all different price points. And that is because I want to help as many people as possible stay safe on the online world. So if you've got any questions, please reach out. And if you identify any of these common mistakes in your business and you're not sure how to fix them, please reach out. I'd love to help you fix these common mistakes that might result in you being hacked. Stay safe online, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 5. Have a lovely evening, day, whatever it is. It's nighttime here in Perth where I am. So thank you very much for tuning in and for listening. As always, take care online.